Our fourth presentation is about the inner workings of the application. This slide shows you that we have progressed to the third stage of the project. Some Excel functions we need to master. The VLOOKUP and HLOOK functions have been around for a long time and they're in common use, so I'm not including them here. SUMIF is now a previous version, and SUMIFs has been introduced from Excel 2007 and can actually replace SUMIF. Now I want to show you a presentation about SUMIFs, so let's go over to that. Okay, we're back from our presentation, and let's have a look at this example here. We look at this field, make it a bit bigger for you. You take this total here, you see that it is a formula which you probably may have some difficulty reading. Let's take that formula and paste it in here for you. See, SUMIF's format says SUMIF's amount and then natural account, I9, department, and I6. So amount, natural account, and department are the ranges, and the amount range comes from our trial balance. The natural account is actually the right 4 from the account number, right 4 digits, and the department is the left 3 digits from our account number. So those are the ranges we're looking up, and under natural account we're looking for I9, which is 4510, and for the department looking at I6, which is department 100. So if we actually, and we've brought back 177,087.32, let's have a look down our trial balance, and you see that if we go to the account 1004510, there's our figure 177,087.32. So we have done a matrix analysis of our trial balance by natural account down the side and department along the top, which is quite nice. Right, let's get back to our show. Now we want summaries, and we will want summaries for balance sheet and profit and loss. Under these headings here, summarize the revenue, summarize the cost of sales, the R&D, SG&A, non-operating expenses, and stock option expenses. Now, we should not have calculations in our report other than simple totals, details to a total. Other than that, we do not want to do calculations in our report. We need additional storage areas, and we need an area for the monthly trial balance, and we want the month's actual figure in here. Then natural account, we need to do an analysis by natural account, and we need the actual month's figure there. an analysis by department, so the department totals there, and account categories, the category total there, and then our summaries, for example, assets, liabilities, equity, the actual month here, and then statistics, things like headcount, square footage. Now here are our actuals, and then we need areas for each of these for the budget, and then for each of these for the prior year, so we can get some comparisons. Now in our monthly results, two ways to look at this. We could design it this way. Well, for example, we have April year to date and our April month, and then our May year to date. Or we could have April year to date, May year to date, and then April month and May month. So it's my choice to use the second approach because it would be easier for the user to review, and the developer can always handle it. Now range names. Notice that I used the range names in the SUMIF formula. Now about 10% of Excel users have ever heard of a named range, and only 1% use them. You cannot create a major application successfully without using range names. Now a range name is not just the name of a range. Now that sounds like a tautology. Let's go a little further and say that you can use them for variables, constants, labels, formulas, cells, and ranges. So let's have a look at this presentation about range names, learn a little bit more about that. Here we insert the range names Camtasia clip. So back from our sub-presentation, let's look over range names again. They simplify the use of formulas, especially complex formulas. They make it easy to select cells and ranges of cells. A very important point, they reduce errors. A characteristic of them is that they use absolute references, not relative references. They stabilize formulas by enabling the easy redefining of a range. Once you import data, your data may be a different size, and therefore addresses need to be updated. If you update the definition of the range name, then that's all you need to do. It will flow throughout your application. There is a mechanism for creating range names automatically, or as I've said here, automagically. That's not included in this presentation, but I go into it if you request it. You can paste a list of defined names. So you get a blank worksheet and paste a list of the names in it as a reference. And you can refer to the implicit intersection of ranges. And there again, I just put that in there for the sake of completeness, not part of this presentation. Let's have a little look at the use of range names. Areas that will not change. For example, let's go and have a look at our input area, and here's our trial balance, and there's our amount, and here is our account number. So an account number went off to this area here. So let's go back to amount. Data source areas, and again this can be our data source. if we want to print an area, we can actually come here and say print the balance sheet trend report, and it will pick out the area that you want to print. And a single variable used for formulas is labels. Right, D4 is company name. We can come over here and go into there. We actually have B2 and it's named company name, so that anytime we actually want to use the company name, we just say, like up here, equal code name. Custom formulas, I don't find that I have a need for them, but you can use them for that. So I don't have an example for you. Now, just one more word here, a note on the chart of accounts versus the trial balance. One of our maintenance tasks is to ensure that the chart of account is updated when new accounts are added. Of course, each month we do check that the trial balance balances to 0, so it should not cause a problem, even if the chart of accounts is not complete. And so that is all for now, folks. Until next time.